Hello everyone, welcome back. In the previous video, we have learned how to create different types of lists in HTML. Now, in this video, we will try to learn one of the most important concepts in HTML, which is links. Now, can you guys tell me what exactly links are? So, a link is something that when we click on it, it will take us to a different page. And to be more precise, we can say that links are what actually connect web pages together and make the www possible. Now, www in the sense World Wide Web. Okay. Now, let us just try to understand how we can create a basic link. So, for creating a link, we take an anchor button, anchor tag. So, a tag. So, it's a paid tag. You can clearly see it do have both opening and closing. It's a paid tag and it have a mandatory or an important attribute which is href. Okay, it's hyperlink reference. Okay, so here is where we pass the path for where we want to go, to which web page we want to go. So for suppose I'm going to do https double slash, I can do www.google.com, and here I'm going to mention visit Google. Let me save this. Let's open this thing inside the browser. And if I try to come down, you can see we do have visit Google. And let me try to zoom this thing a little bit so that you guys can see it clearly. Now, when I click on visit Google, you see it's going to take us to Google. This is what a link is. All right. Now we can make make a link to be opened in a new tab, and we can make this thing by adding a target attribute. So let me copy the above HTML of link, and what I'm going to do is I'll just try to paste it once again over here. All I'm going to do is I'll say target attribute. So target attribute is an optional attribute that you can add for links, and here inside this thing I'm going to set this thing to blank. So when you set the target value to blank, what it's going to do is it is going to open that link in a new tab. So for this, let me go back, refresh the page. You can see we again see that this link. So Google, I'll say new Google link. Let me save this, refresh it. Now when I click on this thing, you see it's opening in the new tab. Observe carefully. When I click on this thing, it opens in the same page. Whereas when I click on this thing, it's going to open in a new tab. Okay. So target is equals to underscore blank. Remember, it opens the link in a new tab. Next, we can even provide local and internal links as well. So for this, what you're going to do is let me just try to take a link. I'll say I'll try to take a different page. Let's say about page. Now, unfortunately, I do have only one page over here, which is index.html. What I'm going to do is let me take a new page over here. By hovering on this icon, you can see there is an option called new file in VS Code. You can click over there. It's going to help you to create a new document. I'll try to name this thing as about.html. Okay, and inside this thing, let's pass the HTML file default template, and I'll just try to name this thing as about. And let me take a simple H1 where I'll say welcome to about page. Okay, now let's go back to index.html. Now, how are we going to give the file path? Both of them are in the same location. So all you need to do is directly do file name.extension. Let me save this. You can see we do have that link called about page, and when I click on it, you see it's taking us to a new page which is available locally or inside our local machine internally. Okay, This is how we are going to work with a local and internal links. Okay, so this can be helpful as it will link between pages in same project. It's really very important. Okay, next we can even provide email links. Okay, for suppose I'll take a link and I'll say send email. And what I'm going to do over here is inside the href, I'll say mail to. Okay, so this is important. Okay, so I'll say mail to, and here you're going to pass your email ID. I'll say something called codes@gmail.com. Okay, so this is what I'm going to pass, and let me save it. Let's refresh it once. Now observe carefully when I click on this thing, it's going to ask me, or it's going to directly take me to the Gmail. Okay, or if you have configured your default mail. Okay, if I try to pick Gmail, it's going to take me there, and we need to go to Gmail and all. But if you have configured your default Gmail, you can do that. Okay, you can configure it. You can configure an Outlook. You can just try to configure it using if Edge is your default browser or Google Chrome is your default browser, whichever thing that you have configured into, it's automatically going to open it up over there, or it's going to compose a mail with this email ID which you are going to pass over here, okay, to keep it more simple. All right. So it simply opens mail application. Next. So you can even just try to create phone link. Like let me say for suppose I'll try to take a tag. I'll say call us, and inside here I'll say TEL is what you're going to take, and you can specify plus 91. I'll say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. Okay. So something like this. Just try to pass in your number, mobile number, and when I click on callers, it's going to open pick an app. So it's going to help us to choose to pick any associated app if it is available to for this function to get completed. Okay, for the call to get opened. If you do have any telecaller app available or something like Skype or anything where you can try to do a call through a mobile number, that's where it's going to go into. So it is mostly used on mobile devices. Very important. Okay, next. So now that we have understood this thing, let us try to understand what exactly download attribute is. This is also really very important. And sorry for the notification symbol, I mean the sound. Okay, let me take a link this time. What I'm going to do is I'll say download PDF, let's say for suppose, okay. And here I'm going to simply do add sample.pdf. Just try to be the path. All right. Now when I try to do this thing, let me refresh it. When I click on this thing, it says cannot get sample PDF. Okay, and that's understandable because it's going to look inside our location whether if there is any sample PDF available. All right. So what we are going to do is let's just try to go to the internet, and I'll just try to uh, simply go for a sample PDF download. Let's go in there, and let's come down over here. I'll try to download anyone from this. Let me click on close. It's taking some time to download, and there you go. Here we do have. I'll directly right click and save this thing. Let me save this inside our project folder, HTML project, HTML, and I'm going to save it here in the same location, same directory where we do have our index.html page. I'll just try to simply name this thing as sample. Let me save it. So it is going to get saved that thing as sample.pdf. So now with this thing, let me save it. Let's give it a check once again. Let me refresh. Let me click on download PDF this time, and you see it's automatically going to open it. Or if we even download it for us. Okay, like this, you can see that. Anyways, so that is how you can just try to add a download attribute. Okay, and it's directly going to download file instead or open it for us. Okay, next we can even make image as link. This also is really very important. Most of the websites we see it. Okay, I'll directly take a link, and I'll just try to let's do one thing. Wait, I'll show you something. Let me go to images first of all. Let me take this image maybe, and let me right click. Let me open this in a new page. This is very blurry. I'll try to take another one. Okay, let me right click this time. Let me open image in a new tab. So what I'm going to do over here is I can directly copy this thing and directly inside the href I'm going to paste it. Okay, and over here I'm going to do image and give the path the same path over here, and alt I'll name this thing as landscape. Okay, if you want you can even just try to give the width attribute to manipulate the image width. So let me just try to check this thing out. Let me refresh it up over here. So you can see we can directly see the image, and when I click on this thing, you see it's going to open it separately. So you can just try to make it look like this. All right, opening image as a link. So we can say that this makes our project feel more practical. Okay, as of now for what we are doing. All right, what we can do is we can even bookmark links. It's optional. You don't need to seriously pay attention on this thing, but it can be really very helpful, and it's a good thing that we can actually learn. What I can do is I can directly say go to section. See, this is really very interesting. Observe carefully. Inside the href, I'm going to pass hash section 1. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is maybe at the very top somewhere after the body opening tag, I'll just try to take division. Or let me say, since we have not covered division element, I'll just try to maybe take a paragraph, okay, where I'll say ID section 1. Please be careful, this has to be same, okay. Whenever you're trying to pass inside the href with hash, that same thing you're going to pass it uh, over here inside the paragraph, but without hash this time, okay. Just try to pass that thing inside the ID attribute. Now, once these things are relevant, let me just try to say, I'll just try to name this thing as section 1. Okay, let me save this now. Let's go to the application. Now, observe carefully. When I click on this thing, it's going to take me to that section 1. You see that? Very important. Gems within the same web page is what you actually have to understand over here. So, this thing, gems within the same web page. Okay, and it is very, very helpful and very useful for long pages. Okay, again, sorry for the ring. Notification. So please remember that without links, websites would just be isolated pages, and at the same time, hyperlinks are what actually connect the entire web page together. Okay, and I hope that's understandable. And if you do have any queries, please inform me in the comments. I'll read all of them and I'll get back to you guys. Okay. So please remember that we have understood how the hyperlinks work in HTML and how to open a link in a new tab, how link local pages work. We have even created email and phone as links, and even images, we can open them as links. Okay. So in the next video, we will try to go through much more important aspects in HTML. All right. Thank you so much. And please like, share, and subscribe. We'll catch up in the next one. Thank you so much.